Hey siblings of Mishiak, this is your Gap Tooth Sis, and if it's your first time here, hey hi, my name is Ryan. Here we just chop it up, we chill, and we have a little look into my diary. So, if you think you're gonna catch a vibe, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. In this walk, you're gonna discover a lot about yourself, and honestly, it is such a beautiful journey, but kill! The flesh is gonna flesh sometimes. The flesh is gonna flesh! And there's gonna be times, like, obviously you're gonna feel like the quote-unquote, you know, boring friend, and obviously, like, I've done a video on it, so obviously, like, please do take your time to watch that. You're gonna be that friend, and it's okay. So today we're gonna be talking a little bit about FOMO. To the unawakened eye, you are going to be boring, uninspired. But you know what? In Wisdom of Solomon 3:1-3, it speaks of this. You know, it says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Elohim, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and their going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. It's giving that you're not conforming to this world, but you're transformed by the renewing of your mind. People are gonna look at you like, oh, she's not doing this anymore. Oh, she's dead. Like, literally, her social life, like, you're gonna look as if you're quote unquote metaphorically dead. You know what I mean? Your social life dead, all that kind of stuff dead. But that's the unwise and untrained and undisciplined eye. To Yahuah, that sacrifice is a righteous thing. And I want to speak very briefly from the perspective of a creative, because it can seem very paradoxical in that sense. But I think it's super important to remember that you are running a race. I speak to myself, you're running a race, okay? It's about enduring into the end, yeah? So it's weird, like literally this topic, I literally woke up and this topic was right on my tongue. Mind you, I wrote this like months ago. So when I say this, I mean, like when I wrote it, when I woke up months ago, like, you know, I wrote this, I'm filming now. Anyways, basically, right, this topic was right on my tongue as soon as I woke up. And it's because like I had like this weird invasive thought. And I swear, like, you know what, yeah, Hashatan's really gonna do what Hashatan does. He's such an op. To be fair, like, I'm quite decent when it comes to like controlling my mind, especially when I'm like way more in the word and stuff like that. But yeah, I woke up one morning and like it just slammed into my cranium. Like, it was just really there. Like, I said, wow, attacks in the morning, wow. I really had a whole 8 hours and you're attacking me straight away. It feels aggressive. I didn't like it. I've no man, I've no pitney, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z kind of thing, you know? And like, you know, more self-deprecating thoughts, blah, 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 as you do. But because of my relationship with Yah, I was able to quickly cast those thoughts away. Again, pause, because like I said, I wrote this months ago. I had a breakdown. I literally wrote the other day, but like, I still think what I'm saying is really valid. And this is the thing, your relationship with Yah, your relationship in this walk is spectrum. Then it goes up and it goes down, and there's ebbs and there's flows. Like, it is never going to be linear. And whoever said to you, if anyone ever did, don't listen to them, like, oh, it's so easy, it's great, it's amazing. Like, it's not. But you do what you do because you love Yah, innit? Like, it is what it is. But anyways, because of my relationship at the time, you know, when those really self-deprecating thoughts were coming up, I was able to quickly cast those thoughts away and not allow them to take root. But I really wanted to actually, you know, take time to think about my relationship with the idea of the nuclear family. And this is just like a very short and honest perspective on it in relation to like my history and what I've seen and what I've been born into. And it, you know, it might resonate with some of you guys. You might relate to some of it. You might, you know, but you might. Now the question is like, can you mourn for a life that you've always wanted? You know? But when you like deconstruct it, were the examples around you, were they actually good? And would you have actually been ready for it if you was gifted it at the time? Like, I mean, I would have loved a husband, especially when I was younger and more like infatuated with the idea of like love and stuff. You know, the whole Disney princess arc of it all. Like, that was my bag. That was my bag. You could have never thought. That was my bag. Disney was my bag. I think if I'd been like gifted those things at the time, I would have been like super happy, whatever. But I haven't seen, especially like when I was younger, a lot of healthy relationship dynamics. And if I was fortunate enough at that time to have been, you know, in the presence of some relationships, healthy relationships, they were like from a very distant, distorted view, and for obviously like very short periods of time. And you know what, I come from like a background of infidelity and lies. I've come to a peace with that. No, I might go therapy, I don't know yet. I mean, it took a long time, mind you, to actually come to a level of peace with that, but it's calm. Like, I think I'm okay now. I say that to say that, like, it's important to understand the ground from which you're working from. What is your foundation here? Do you know what I mean? And I know for a fact, I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna be on. I'll be honest and get to be real. Wait, ain't got no job. Wait, what? Yeah, like, if I'm honest, yeah, and if I'm real about it, if I was doing the things that I like craved for at that time, the likelihood is that I would have repeated a lot of the same mistakes that my family members have done. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would have been cursed to repeat the same cycle. And like, my appetite at the time within, you know, a relationship or wanting a relationship was really like, it was unhealthy. Like, I'm gonna give an example, a very simple example of, like, you have a plate of food, but on the plate it's like strawberry laces and strawberry pencils. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no nutritional value, there's no protein, there's no carbs, there's no fiber, there's no veg, there's nothing on there that is actually going to sustain you as a person. I was disillusioned with the idea of everything being so perfect because I found comfort in rom-coms, like, you know, sitcoms and things like that. That's where I took my reality from. But I never really took it from what was physically going on around me. And I think it's really important to root where your insecurities come from and place them in the correct box and not allow it to have power over you. And I also think it's like really easy, it's super easy, especially now with social media, for us to peep into the lives of other people, you know, your peers, and be like, wow, they have X, Y, and Z and everything, and you know, but you have to remember, if you was blessed with the things that they were blessed with, would you have been in the right place mentally, physically, and spiritually to have ministered onto it as well as nurture it? Also, not saying this as like someone is hating, honestly, generally not, like, but like, I just think like sometimes we forget a lot of the time, a lot of the things that we're like having FOMO over, you know, having a fear of missing out over, is very much rooted in sin. And yeah, like that husband and pick me and everything, you know, you want that, but like, were they out here fornicating and doing sin and lie? Maybe. But you know what, to the glory of Yah, he does for some people turn their mess into messages and their tests into testimonies. We love that for them. But the question arises, like, why would you want the mess in the first place? And this is coming from me, like, I've been in a lot of mess in general. So yeah, like, Yah denies us certain things in life for a period of time because he wants to build you up. Now, in that time, it can easily go one of two ways. Very easy. Very easy. You can either go with the flow with what Yah's trying to get you to do, or you can walk against the ruach and choose a more fleshly path. Now, obviously on this channel, we try to do the former rather than the latter. But I mean, it's not easy, innit? But it is what it is. Also, can we just take a quick moment just for this thought, yeah? So like, when you do pursue this path of righteousness, you will never have the fear of missing out on a peaceful eternity. Clock that T. Anyways, back onto the whole actual title, like FOMO, fear of missing out, but like from like a worldly perspective. I used to, and in all transparency, have, you know, only recently stopped holding on to fear. I mean, the fear of not being a wife and a mother. And I mean, like, to be fair, the other day I did have a whole breakdown about it, but I don't think that was actually rooted in fear. That was rooted in something else. So I'm not going to hold that one for myself. No, I wait. Praise Yah regardless though, innit? But anyways, like I was saying, Yah tells us, one, to not have fear. And two, you know, I had to recognize where that want/desire actually stem from. Now, marriage as a principal thing is a righteous desire. I hear that. Yah loves to see us do a covenant, especially when he can see that you guys go together real bad, yeah? Like, for me, to be honest, it was like very much rooted in sin. Like, I was out here just trying to get... Oh, okay, stop that. Sorry. You know, that desire was stemmed from sin, which then mutated itself into fear, which then in turn manifested into stupid decisions. My fear of not being coupled in the past has placed me in situations which have been contradictory to my walk. Being real. Fear will make you do things that will have you walking in opposition to your morals. We fear not being accepted for our beliefs so we conform to the world. We fear that our friends will not understand our walk, so we keep quiet. I feared the death of my dreams and career, so I shackled my mind. Fear gives birth to cowardice. And in the scripture, that's actually one of the attributes of somebody who will not make it into the kingdom. The fearful / cowardly and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Don't allow the enemy's top tool to hinder you. Fear is not of Yah. It is a courageous thing to stay in this walk. So keep going. Start unpacking the things that you fear you're missing out on in this world, and then actually go to the root of it. Allow Yah to help you untangle the deceptive tongue of fear and stand firm in this good fight. Right. So I just want to say thank you so much. Oh my gosh, we got to the end of this video. Who would have thought I was talking so much? But yeah, thank you so much for actually watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this page from my diary and you took something from it. And I hope you guys have a beautifully Baruch day. Oh my gosh, you watched the video. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys like, share and subscribe. All praises unto the Most High. Bye.